Hi guys, welcome to another beer review, and I think you will agree the lighting is vastly improved, and well, it's not perfect, but it's better than being orange, I suppose. So yeah, today got another supermarket beer. Really enjoying what you can pick up in the supermarkets, especially as a beer reviewer. If you're running low on beers to upload, or you've uploaded your stash of beers on the computer, go to your local supermarket, take advantage of the deals, and you can get some nice review beers and some beers that you will actually enjoy. It's just a shame Simon from Hello Craft Beer didn't have the same experience in, even though this will probably be uploaded in quite a while, when he did the £4 for £6 deal in Morrison's. I think he wasn't too impressed with some of the beers. But yeah, I think he's got a different outlook and palette than a lot of us. But yeah, anyway, so we're going over to the Vocation Brewery, and I'm ashamed to say this is the first time I'm actually trying a Vocation beer. There was a big uproar a couple of years ago about when some of their beers were starting to make their way to the supermarkets, of people saying, oh, the quality's gone down completely. I can't attest to that, so I'm going in with fresh eyes, I suppose, or taste buds. And yeah, so I'm pretty excited to try this one, because I remember seeing my good friend Dean doing a live review with Christoph from Ale Degustation of this beer, and they seem to both enjoy it. So we're looking at the Yakima Pilsner, which is of course craft lager. 5.5%, brewed to the standards, or the exacting standards, of the classic Pilsner lager, but with the addition of hops from the USA's Yakima Valley. The crisp and clean Pilsner creates the perfect backdrop to allow these amazing hops to shine. Never pasteurised, maybe naturally hazy, store cool and drink fresh. Doesn't tell you what hops are in this one. And yeah, but fantastic artwork, I think you will agree. Definitely a striking can. I do enjoy a good craft can. So without any further ado, let's get it opened. Oh, it's a little bit lively, isn't it? And pour it into our glass. So, I'm not going to go over my opinions on some of the craft lagers and pilsners that I've had. I think I've made my case quite a lot, being a fan of a good lager and a pilsner, especially a good classic German brewed Heller's beer. Oh well, I will go into it. When I see breweries doing these beers but then abusing the style with the hop characters, it sort of kills part of inside me. Unless they say this is like an IPL, or this is going to be insanely hopped, that sort of thing. If you're going to do a hoppy lager, let us know that it's going to be really hoppy. But if you just say like craft lager and then it's amazingly hoppy, it's like, just tell us. Yeah, a little bit of the purist coming out. But anyway, beer in a glass, and it is naturally hazy. A couple of little bits, I'd say, hanging around. The light is actually working quite well, even though I don't have one directly on me, which I shall fix. But yeah, it's got this sort of like lovely slight copper colour to it. It's got that Pilsner appearance, but that hoppiness just adds that sort of like amber look to it. But you can tell straight away that it is, well actually no, it's a little bit darker, especially when I hold it onto camera. But it's not straying too far away from what I'd expect a Pilsner to look like. Beer poured for about one finger's worth of a white head, subsided quite quickly. Nice lacing as you swish it around. Not that it really makes any difference, but let's give it a sniff. And you do get those American hops coming through, but it's got that like pale, crisp, biscuity, light malt character in the background. Grassy, herbaceous. I would say on the aroma, those hops are a lot more dominant than what you'd expect a Pilsner to smell like, which is understandable, but it does smell a little bit hoppier than I would like. As if hops are a bad thing, really. It's a beautiful smelling beer, don't get me wrong, but Yeah, sherbet lemons, very citrusy, grapefruit, slight tropical tones, but not too much. And maybe an underlining resin character in there as well. It smells good. Let's give it a taste. Cheers. That's a nice beer. Well, that being said, and I'm probably way off the mark here. Probably my stupid palate kicking in again. But that almost tastes like Elvis juice. Yeah, big sweet grapefruit character coming through on this. It's got a lovely dry finish. It's got the body you would expect from a Pilsner. But I tend to find that when they've added these American hops to a beer like this, it gives the impression that it's more like a watery pale ale. But this, it's got a nice balance between the two. It's crisp, refreshing, clean, biscuity, grainy, like you would expect with a Pilsner. But it just has that hoppiness there. Yeah, but that just really reminded of Elvis juice with this one. I don't know why. I just am. So live with it. But very tasty beer. This is a little bit higher than you would expect and lingers a little bit longer. But it's nice. Nice and dry on the back end. Crisp, clean, crushable. You could session on this. The only thing that's working against it is the purist in me is saying it's a bit too hoppy. And is that really a bad thing? If you drink this, you're getting a very solid, tasty, refreshing drinking experience. There's no doubt about it. But yeah, that's really the only complaint I have. It's just maybe a little bit too hoppy. And again, is that really a bad thing? But yeah, big grapefruit flavours coming out on this one. You get that like general citrusiness, like orange, lemon. But yeah, pink grapefruit. And I'm getting reminded of the Schufferhofer grapefruit radler. Yeah, this is an odd one. It's a good one though. I'm enjoying it. It's just, I don't know how I'd rate this beer. It's not what I was expecting it to be, that's for damn sure. As a Pilsner, it has that like very faint identity of being a Pilsner. But it almost goes into the slightly abused by hops category as well. So, in terms of a rating, would I drink it again? Yeah. But this is tasting more like an IPA. I mean a pale ale to me, than a Pilsner. But it doesn't taste like a watered down pale ale. Like I said, some craft lagers can give you that impression. You know, we're in autumn now. This has been a perfect beer for summer. That fruitiness would just work nicely in warm weather. I mean, I've got a bottle of Elvis juice downstairs actually, so I'll probably tuck into that one. Not that it matters because I might put it on camera. I might add it in the description if I remember to, but yeah, it's an odd one. I'm going to give that a 7 out of 10. It's definitely one I'd pick up again. But not as a Pilsner or even a craft Pilsner. I think I paid like £1.50 something for that. It was part of like the 3 for £5.25 deal at Tesco's, which is not a bad deal at all. You know, you every couple of weeks when you go shopping, just bung a few in. Especially if you're getting into it, it's a great way to get yourself familiarised with styles, because You're not always going to get like the best example of a style from a supermarket. Do you know what I mean? Although, you know, it's ever changing, ever evolving. But, you know, if you want to learn about beer and you want to try new styles that you're unfamiliar with, supermarket is the way to go. And as a beer reviewer, it's perfect. It's a playground, not going to hurt your wallet. And as a beer drinker, great range of beers in the supermarkets nowadays. So sign me up. Anyway, rambled on when I didn't need to, as is always the case. Not really recorded too many beer reviews recently because I've got such a backlog and I've got stuff going on back here. But yeah, I'm happy with that beer. It's just, is it really a Pilsner? It doesn't feel like one too much. But anyway, so if you've tried this one, as always, let me know your thoughts, opinions down below. Check out Dean's live review with Ale Degustation, and of course if any of my other friends have reviewed that beer, then links will be down below. Check out Vocation, check out my Pilsner playlist, and more importantly, I hope you'll join me next time for another beer review. So thank you guys for watching, and I shall hopefully see you later. Cheers.